Back with Coach Jason James, Snappy Tomato Pizza. Coach, I want to congratulate your team. You end the season third in the OVC in free throw percentage, but you were pretty much first or second in free throws throughout the year. You've always said that's something you felt you can control, and you work hard on that.
Yeah, we did. Those are free points, and we don't want to give those away. We don't ever want to take points off the board. We want to make sure when we step to the line, they're free, so we want to take them and make them.
You're one of the top rebounding teams in the league. Ended up fifth at one point. You were the top team in rebounding, and you were second in the league in offensive rebounding. You averaged 12.5 a game. You're going to say because you missed shots, right?
I was going to say, really? I didn't know we were the top rebounding team in the league at one point, and I didn't know we were the top offensive rebounding team in the league. You know, again, I think that's a conscious effort. Mm-hmm. We made a conscious effort. We emphasized it. We worked on attacking the glass in practice, and we made a conscious effort to try to rebound the ball because we knew we didn't have the luxuries of having 2 6'9" out there who could board it, and Miles did a good job for us. But I think everybody else chipped in, and we made a conscious effort to rebound it.
Miles finished ranked 6th in the league in scoring at 16.2 a game, 6th in rebounding at 7.2, 855 career points, on the verge of becoming the program's 17th member of the 1,000-point club. And he hit 145 free throws this year. That's single season fourth on the list in program history.
Yeah, I mean, Chris, I don't usually do this on the radio, and I I don't know that I should do it now, but I have a little issue with the OVC. Miles didn't make a first or second team OVC team, and that bothers me. And I'll tell you the reason it bothers me is that you can go team by team in this league, and there's not one person in this league who can guard Miles. They always had to bring 2 guys to him. They had to triple team him at times, and he had to throw the ball out. A lot of those games where he got 14 rebounds, the reason he got 19 points is because those were the only shots he got. They wouldn't let him touch it. And he's still getting 19 and 14, and he's still getting 17 and 12. So for him not to be on a team, that's very, very perplexing to me. And I don't know how you can, as another coach in this league, look at the names on that list, look at Miles' name, and not put him on the second team. I just don't know. And
I agree.
And I understand. Well, we've got to do better, performing on it consistently, night by night basis. But man, when you talk about the best players in the OVC, if there are 10 better players in the OVC than Miles Taylor, I'd like to see them.
Yeah.
And again, I don't normally do that. But I just feel that needs to be said, and if I ever have a platform to say that to the other coaches, I will. I think it's a travesty that one of the best players in our league from a post-player standpoint can't even get on the second team. First team, I understand. First team, okay, I understand. There's some guards there, some guys who've been on in the past. I understand that. But if you're telling me that there's 10 better players in this league than Miles Taylor, I'd like to see him.
Well, if you were making an OVC All-Star team to take on some other mid-major conference and you put another coach choosing players, they're going to pick Miles.
Well, if they don't pick Miles, I'll take Miles, and I'll beat you. Okay. I'll beat your post players, I promise you that. We may not have the guards to surround, but I guarantee you, if you put 10 in front and another coach doesn't take Miles, I'll take him to war with me. I promise you I will, and we'll be just fine.
I hope that he uses that as motivation, feeling like he's slighted.
Well, my first hope for Miles is that he gets healthy.
Right.
And hopefully he can use anything he needs to use as motivation to get his knee right, and hopefully, obviously by the time we're rolling next year, he'll be ready to go. And that's not something that I'll use for him until I need it. I won't use that every day, but there'll be a point probably this summer where I'll have to say to Miles, this is what they think of you. You've got to work. You've got to be better, and that's got to be his first and foremost idea, man. He's got to get healthy.
Talk about Mike Libo, and I didn't realize this till Rhino gave us the information. He has 1,229 career points heading into his senior year. He needs 501 points, and that would be about 16 points a game next year, 12 to 16 points, depending on how many games you play, to pass Mike Meshedy as UT Martin's all-time leading scorer. And part of it's because he scored so much as a freshman and a sophomore and as junior. He's consistently put points on the board.
Yeah, he has, and he was given an opportunity as a freshman. I don't know how many guys on that list were given an opportunity to play as a freshman the way Mike was, and he was given a chance. He produced every game since then, and he's continued to get better. And for him to even be in the conversation of all-time points, I think is a testament to him and where he's come from. You're talking about a broken hip. You're talking about playing last year at 70%, 75%. You're talking about this summer making a rededication not only to himself and his health, but making a rededication to his team and trying to be a better teammate and trying to be more coachable.
And I think he did that.
Oh, I thought he did a heck of a job.
I mean, I saw him. He was the epitome of a team player at times. His assists went up.
Well, you can just tell the last game is ideal. He was 6 for 11 for 24 points, and that's what we've been trying to get him to do. Just be efficient. You can score 24, but you don't have to take 18 shots. He took 11 shots. He got 24. I mean, if he can do that, take 11 shots and get 15 or 16 for the rest of his career, I think it's a heck of a career, and I like where his game went this year. He knew what he needed to do. We got on him about how he could change his stuff, and he did it. He made a conscious effort to do it, and I was just impressed with him. Very happy with where he is.
Core group coming back next season. Before we talk about what happens between now and then, senior Jeremy Washington.
Yeah, love Jeremy. Just love what he's brought to us from a leadership standpoint. He's a little bit older, been around a little bit. Obviously, we like for him to be a little more consistent in his games, but overall, man, just very happy to be a part of his journey through basketball. You know, he's been through a lot of stuff in his life, and for him to be able to play 2 years and get his degree from Tennessee Martin is very, very rewarding for me on a personal standpoint, and from a personal standpoint, hopefully it is for him too.
Okay, Coach, what happens between now and next season?
A lot. A lot will happen. Our guys, we've already started lifting weights. We'll start our individual workouts next week, and we'll work out until they go home for the summer. We'll hopefully try to get some of them around here or close in the summer, and we'll just keep working. I told our guys after the game that the first round of the OVC against Morehead was a high intensity level, and we did. We met it. We stepped up to that level, and we met it. But now we've got to try to make the jump, which is getting past that first round or maybe trying to get a bye into the second round or whatever. And the only way we make the jump is we consistently work at that level. We consistently work at that high-intensity level. It starts right now, and hopefully we can keep it going.
Okay, Coach, I've enjoyed having you on Skyhawk Talk throughout the season. Thank you so much for the kindness you've shown to me and being such a great guest always. I always learn something, and I appreciate it very much.
Well, we appreciate you, man. Appreciate support. Appreciate you letting me call the women's games with you.
That was great, yeah.
I really enjoy, obviously, coming down here, and I'm looking forward to next year and the years to come. Spending a lot of time with you talking about the game we love.
Awesome. That's Coach Jason James. That'll do it from Skyhawk Talk at Snappy Tomato Pizza. Also, thanks to Frank and the gang. We'll be at Skyhawk Fieldhouse next week, part of the OVC selection show for women's basketball. And then we'll also know where the OVC will be selected to play in the men's tournament. That'll be determined Sunday night in a broadcast of a selection show that will be broadcast on our flagship station, WCMT. Thanks to Coach James, Frank, and the gang. Coach Kevin McMillan, I'm Chris Brinkley saying so long, everybody. Vol calls coming up next on the flagship station, and don't forget to go to UTMsports.com for all the information you need when it comes to UT Martin athletics.